For all your TCG needs, make sure to check out alphatradingcardgames.com.
What up guys, it's Sabre94. Got a double feature with Kyurem VMAX Frosmoth today. 2-for-1 special, 2 matches. As I've been saying recently, I urge you guys to follow me on social media. Check out my links in my description. If you're an old school Yu-Gi-Oh guy or have been, I encourage you to check out my Yu-Gi-Oh book, The Original Yu-Gi-Oh Era. It is definitely guaranteed the most comprehensive and best unofficial Yu-Gi-Oh book on the market, 100%. But yeah, Kyurem, and then after Kyurem, I'm gonna do Lunatone Solrock deck, and I don't even know if we're gonna make it. I mean, I have my suspicions. In around 2 weeks, Pokemon, they're gonna announce finally that Pokemon TCG Online is going away, and tell us we have X amount of time to migrate to live. I don't think. I'm pretty sure they're going to want everyone to migrate and not be surprised with a sudden shutdown. So they're going to do things properly. I estimate this is going to happen because logically they would want to have TCG Live ready and everyone migrate and everybody's using it by the time the Scarlet and Violet base set drops, which is towards the end of March. So it's right around the corner. I mean, I don't know how far ahead they are in terms of bugs and stuff. Maybe it'll take longer than that. But anyway, we'll see. I'm going to be using TCG Online for as long as they don't tell me anything. Alright, so we're playing against a Hisuian Zoroark deck. Turbo stuff, for sure. This guy got the stage 1 out, and of course his next goal is going to be to get the Gengars out, get damage counters on the Pokemon so he can get the boost. I do hope Kyurem survives. We got a really bad start as well with no supporters. I got Path to the Peak I can just get rid of his stadium with, but I mean, I don't know if that's really going to slow him down at this point. He played down the Crobat. I guess he won't be able to use Greninja. And I hope he doesn't use Zoroark's V-Star power so that we can stop that as well next turn. Got the DC energy and Choice Belt 2 to boost the damage. Are we going to be able to survive? Another Zoroark. Searches that with Ultra Ball. And that's a lot of damage. Okay, so he didn't go for it. Just 160. So we survive. That's good. A top deck, another Water Energy. God damn, man. Painful. But do be aware. This is definitely a reality with this deck. You know, you're going to brick. You're going to have some really explosive openings where you can just set up, dish out a big one-hit KO out of the blue with this deck. But then you're going to be bricking as well. I mean, Ordinary Rod is a card that maybe I shouldn't be running in this deck because I've got Nessa. But it is going to work as a recovery card at the end of the day. And I've already built the deck at this point. So we see Oak. But I've got double Frosmoth in the deck, so this is going to be extremely painful. This means that I can only get out one Frosmoth, and if he targets that, I'm dead. And I had to use the Ordinary Rod too, so just everything is going completely wrong. Completely wrong. But I guess I will be able to get a 1-hit KO on the Zoroark. It works out. It's one of those V-Stars with the 270 HP, and that's just exactly the amount we need to do to get a 1-hit KO by discarding 3 energies, the minimum for Kyurem, and it gets the job done. And when I say minimum, I mean you don't got to discard energies, obviously, if you don't want to, but minimum to attack, and then just the right amount if we discard all of them to get the 1-hit KO. So I guess that makes us even, but I mean, I gotta get the Frosmoth out. I've got the other Kyurem VMAX in hand. I got a level ball, so we can search out the final Frosmoth, and then I'm gonna need Nessa to recover those back. Get another Oak. I got Marnie. I guess this time Oak is gonna work out better because I don't want to give him cards. And Path to the Peak putting in some work. Can't use the V-Star power. So this is excellent. A switching outlet me getting another KO, and that's going to be a GG for this guy at that point. Luckily, the other Frosmoth was in the deck, so we got everything we need. If I can just attach a bunch of water energies, even if he picks on it, we should be good. So I get the switching outlet. I have enough water energies to get the job done. All I gotta do is just sacrifice one on the active. But it's gonna be enough to get the job done. I've got Nessa in hand too. I've got some good stuff. I think this is a GG at this point. Checkmate, my friend. You had a great start because I had a really bad start. Got your KOs, but didn't use Zoroark's ability. I guess maybe he had something valuable. And now you're paying the price. I mean, I don't know why he didn't use it. There must have been a reason. So Max Frost, discard 3 more. The other Zoroark is out too. Looks like he's running water energies too, I guess for the Melanie engine. But second Zoroark is out. I just need to get one more KO, and this is pretty much game. There's no way he can get a one-hit KO on my VMAX with Zoroark. He decides to surrender. So that's game 1. Worked out. Sometimes, you're going to have games like this, you break, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, it works out for you. But for the most part, this isn't the most consistent deck in the world. And it bothers me even more. We don't have the right supporters. Like our supporters, it just seems like it's been so long ago since N, Chorus, even Cynthia at this point came out, which Cynthia is pretty much Professor Oak's new theory. And when I play Expanded, I just consistently use them as the standard. Maybe I'm used to them, maybe it's just me, I don't know, but I don't find a lot of supporters in the standard format to be good. Erica was a good one that came out in the Sun and Moon era, which was kind of like a weaker Steven's Advice, my favorite supporter card of all time. And other things, I mean, I guess Oak is like Juniper and Sycamore, that's in standard, okay, fine. But I find myself running a lot of decks that can't really exploit that card. Just discarding all of your shit. It's just a different animal from what it used to be. Things aren't as simplistic when it comes to your resources. So you don't want to be dumping your shit, at least the way I see it. Okay, game number 2 in our little double feature here. It's the damn Confies again. For fuck's sake. How many times am I gonna have to run into you? God damn, I swear to God, like probably you look at the last couple of months, all of my Pokemon TCG matches, maybe more than half of them, if not most, is just decks using these guys as the engine, whatever the hell it is. Whether it's a Sableye Cramorant deck, whether it's decks with Giratina and Sableye Cramorant, Dialga, some other random tech shit with Raikous, even Kyogre. Damn. But I mean, I guess at least if everybody's using the shit, I know what to do against them for the most part. But I mean, it's not like you can really even do much. It's just try and set up faster than them, just keep up. And just depending on what attackers they use, I guess it decides everything. So I make a little bit of a risky play here, but sometimes I do want to take the risky approach. Using Kyurem V's attack to attach all of the water energies to it. So this means my dude is ready. Whatever comes out, I can just kill. And then I can use the Marnie for more value next turn and maybe minimize his hand too. So risky because I don't know what he's running, and if anything comes out that could kill the Kyurem instantly, it would be bad. But I thought it's unlikely. This is a deck using the Comfy engine after all. He's going to need to do this shit for a little bit to draw cards, get what he needs. And I just didn't think there'd be any deck that can... any Pokemon he would use that would instantly kill the Kyurem. Unless maybe it was like a Metal Basic Zacian or something, Zamazenta, that I see sometimes. I think with the weakness, maybe it wasn't going to do enough, but anyway. So Escape Rope, going to target down the Snom. I mean, it's the only thing I could have promoted. It's actually fine. I prefer this. I don't know why he didn't want to attack the Kyurem, but maybe that was the only switching outlet. I guess the idea is if he does kill the Snom and then gets a VMAX KO, then it's just 3 plus 1, 4 prizes, so it works out. But I'm not going to allow that, of course. So I boss his orders once again, going the risky approach, getting rid of the Sableye, which I know is a threat against my guys. Frosmoth, low HP, it's easy prey for Sableye. So at least we know he's running that annoying guy. So I got another Snomp down and Frosmoth from the prizes. I can just evolve into it. So gonna use the right hand, attach a fire energy to Comfy, and I don't know if he's gonna attack the Kyurem this time or he's gonna try some switch shit again. I want to get rid of his stadium too because the trainer court there, it's a stadium that really benefits me, and I always exploit it regardless of any deck that I use actually. But I have my deck built so that I'm good when it comes to energies on my own. So I'd rather him not benefit from it. Now then, what are you gonna do? Next turn, we're definitely gonna Marnie at this point. Minimize his big ass hand. So he has the Drapian tech as well. That's gonna be useless for sure. Gets the energy back. Gonna go for another escape rope. So there goes my other Snom. It's not too bad though because as long as I have water energies and I can keep attacking, I can take my time to get the Frostmoth out. I mean, depending on what he's running, I might not even need to get one at all, but I'm gonna get the Snom either way, and then it's Marnie time. Marnie time, boys and girls. So I get the VMAX, this is good. I get another water energy. I get Nessa and Ordinary Rod. And I can use Crobat too, which I don't know if I really want to play, but I mean, we're probably going to have to risk it. It's just too good not to draw 4 cards now. So another Kyurem, Greninja, that's going to be beautiful. So Greninja is really good when you can use it to attack, like in my deck here, Water Energy Acceleration, because we're going to be getting small kills, double kills on the Comfies, going to put me ahead in prizes. That's important, especially against Sableye. So I neglected to mention this as well, but he has had that Benetti as well for some time now. Shuppet evolved into the Benetti. What that card does is it goes into the Vaal Zone and then it lets you grab something from the deck, I think. I don't quite remember, but I have an idea of what it does. So I guess he's using that as a consistency card too. Anyway, decides to use another escape rope. Obviously, I promote the Greninja because I know it's a good thing to promote. Can't quite get the KO with Cramorant. And then if he decides to target him with Sableye, that doesn't really work out that well either. So there goes the Shuppet, and he promotes the Comfy again. And discarding the Mirage Gate, that's good. But he probably has enough for those to work with. Another Sableye. Fuck. I was hoping he wasn't going to have too many of that guy. But anyway, Sableye is going to target down the Snom, I'm pretty sure, once again. Hopefully once I kill it, it's going to be done. But he actually passes the turn. Could not utilize the dude. Wow. It's really good. So this gives me an opening to get ahead. Play down the path to the peak, and this is a really painful move here. This is why I don't like Oak, what I'm talking about. So in this instance, I had to discard the Energy Retrieval, the Nessa, and the Ordinary Rod. Major, pretty much all of my energy recovery cards. So we're not really discarding energies so far anyway, since he's using small Pokemon. So it's not as bad, but I mean, it is kind of shitty. And this is why Oak, man, in these types of decks, it's always been an annoyance to me. Like in a lot of decks, I mean, I went from running like 4 and 3 in the black and white era to just running 2 now, and I'm just annoyed sometimes, even with that amount, when I gotta use it in such situations. Anyway, so I stance, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prepare the Greninja, and at this point, even if he does kill it with the Sableye, I'll have enough energies and Pokemon to work with. So I have a lot of energies on the Kyurem. If he ever brings out a big Pokemon, it's an easy KO for me. But I doubt we'll even be able to utilize them. But I mean, I'm at 3 prizes. I'm gonna get 2 when I get the kill. And Sableye, I mean, okay, you kill the Frosmoth, then I guess he's probably gonna aim the cannons at Kyurem to finish me off. But I think I will outpace him. So he's using the Sableye finally. Gonna go for a Raihan and put a fire energy on the Comfy, grab something. Okay. And play down the Charizard. Now I'm not that surprised to see that. When you see fire energies in this deck, you know Charizard is in there. Now the good news is I'm not stupid. I know what I'm gonna do in this instance. He's probably thinking I'm just gonna be a dumbass and leave the Kyurem active there. But no, buddy, I'm not gonna make it easy for you. So since I have a lot of energies to spare anyway, what we're going to do now is I'm going to play another Snom because at this point, I mean, if he wants to target it, fine. If he doesn't, I doubt he's going to want to target it at this point. And we're going to use the Greninja. So I'm going to kill your guys. It's going to put me down to 1 prize. And then from there, from here on out, whatever he does, and he decided to surrender anyway, but it was going to be my game. I mean, he wasn't going to kill the Kyurem, and I basically had him in checkmate. Just going to get rid of the Sableye and one of the Comfys, 2 prizes. It was a GG. So he surrendered. I hope you guys enjoyed this double feature. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. Warai!